When you're in the after, there are certain things, emotional feelings that you're going to feel, and we're going to talk about them in this video. If you're in the after, and if you're new here and you don't know what I'm talking about, we're talking about after the breakthrough, baby. When you're in the after, there are certain things, emotional feelings that you're going to feel, and we're going to talk about them in this video. You may feel a flatline feeling. You may feel a sense of low urgency. You may feel detachment from drama, if you was ever part of it. Mild alienation. And if you're feeling this way naturally, you're going to feel like something's wrong. Many of you have broken through and you don't even realize that you've broken through, because the things that come after the breakthrough, we're never taught this. You know, they teach us the breakthrough, or that people speak about breakthrough like it's going to be like watching a Disney movie and it's all beautiful at the end, and then they frogs and they kiss and they turn into Princess and the Frog. Shout out to Princess Tiana. But this is the way that breakthrough sounds, and we all didn't have a false expectation of what it looks like. So then when it comes, a lot of times we don't even realize we've broken through, and then we don't take the blessing of everything that we've been through before to move the opportunity forward. The first thing you'll feel is like a flatline feeling. When you are a person who you've been through nothing but drama in life, you were born into trauma. The womb you came out of was hell. When you have these kinds of experiences and you have those traumatic dysfunctional backgrounds, a lot of times the way that we've been taught and the way that we relate to life is through those extremes. Anybody who's had a traumatic life, 9 times out of 10, you experience life in a way where it wasn't here. It was either all the way here or it was all the way here. And for many people, sometimes it just feel like it was always on that other end of the spectrum, even though you might have had moments where you felt on the other side. When you break through, it's not going to feel like this. It's going to feel like this. It's going to feel flat. It's going to feel normal. It's not going to feel like there are any bells, whistles, or notifications happening. Ain't nobody going to be clapping outside. Your favorite song is not going to start playing from the heavens. You're not going to have a level of clarity about every direction you want to take in your life that you've never had. You're just going to feel balance. And oftentimes, this is what we pray for. We say, oh, I'm healing. I need to heal. I'm ready for my peace. I need balance. But when that balance comes, when that peace comes, or for people who have not made it to that part of their journey yet, if they come across somebody who is peaceful or who is not dramatic, it feels boring. Let's talk about, first and foremost, when you're breaking through and you actually do break through, the first thing that you're going to feel is boredom. It's going to feel like you're just not inspired. Like nothing's really that deep. You see what I'm saying? Nothing. Like everything's cool. Like nothing's happening. A lot of times for many who have been through trauma and drama, and I can relate, when you are used to living a certain life experience, when you get to a point in a place truly where you heal from that and you integrated and you're just here, it feels awkward. Like if your whole life has been nothing but extreme ups and downs. Like you can't even have one good day. You can tell a person's background. Oftentimes you can see the things that happen there, because then you'll see how different things and the decisions and the choices they make as they grow older. A lot of times you'll see this play out, and people are living things now that they're doing that stem from their early childhood environment. You might not be dealing with that drama no more because now you're not in that household. You're not dealing with that narcissistic sibling or parent or whoever it was. So you don't have to deal with that. But guess what? It's still going to come up in a different way. Now you out of the fight or flight response. You've been dealing with fight or flight your whole life, drama your whole life. So then now you get out, you're free. But guess what? You got to remember, this is all that you've known. This is all that you've known. This is the only way that you related to life. You haven't had any experience outside of that for real. So what do you think happens when you're no longer in that environment? Do you think that you just go to being this balanced, peaceful person? No, you're used to drama. You're used to trauma. You're used to pain. You're used to being in fight or flight, not knowing what to expect, walking on eggshells. So if that's been your only experience, that's your normal. We label things, oh, this is wrong, this is bad, this is that, this is good, this is that. It is what it is. One thing that you'll learn about life as you're integrating and doing those things, you'll start to drop labels off of things and just start to see things as this is what happened and this was the effect of that. We stop labeling things. It is what it is. If we know about Romans 8:28, all things work together for good. So everything is everything anyway. Do you know what happens when that thing, that person that was the cause of that fight or flight your whole life is no longer there? You'll find it. If you're only used to those ups and downs and you don't have the thing that was causing that in your environment anymore, you're going to start to find yourself in situations, dealing with people, dealing with circumstances that brings that same level of instability, that brings that same volatility. When you do heal, better say integrate, become whole with yourself, you'll see that you just don't feel those extreme emotions anymore. And again, it's not that you're just a robot, that you're a bot, that you around here looking like ChatGPT. Like, you're going to feel emotions like you've done. You just don't have the same response to those emotions, and you don't create unnecessary drama in your life. A lot of the things that many of us who've been through different types of trauma and abuse have experienced is after you're older, after you're an adult and you're out on your own, yes, that trauma and abuse is no longer there. You still have all the traits of it. You don't need to be no longer trauma and abused because you do it to yourself. You've been taught how to traumatize and abuse yourself. Let me use this analogy. Think about the United States. Think about its history. It's very rotten history of slavery. Anybody who has any type of intellectual capacity, intelligence, and just awareness can look and see that the effects of slavery are very much alive today. They didn't go anywhere just because the date changed. A lot of the programs that were instituted in a bondage over years, now nobody has to be in bondage to continue to keep themselves in bondage. This is the same thing. People don't need to be enslaved anymore. People are willfully enslaving themselves. Think about how the average citizen of America, a lot of people are complaining about everything, about price, about this, and that. Everybody's complaining over here. Why? Because people are saying they feel like they're not born to work, pay bills, and die. And just work for the system. Work to go back to work, to pay for debt, to go back to work, to pay, to work, to go back. What does that sound like? That's slavery. Same thing with you. You're no longer getting abused by the person who was abusing you in childhood, or if you was in a relationship or whatever circumstances, you are out of that circumstance. But you keep finding yourself in situations that feel the exact same way of what you used to feel when you were going through that abuse. And this is because the mindset, that's all you're used to. So then you continue to come into circumstances that it's the same thing. It may be a different circumstance, a different person, a different place, but the same thing will continue to play out. So back to the original point, as we were talking about, you'll feel this flatline feeling, especially if you're somebody that's all you've known is trauma. That's all you was introduced to. Your breast milk was trauma. Your Similac was trauma. You see what I'm saying? So when you're doing those things and you're dealing with those things, you're going to come out of life and you're going to have those same repeat experiences. And then as you reach maturity, as you reach adulthood, and you're responsible for yourself in terms of you don't have to depend on other people, or you don't have to legally be binded to other people. You're free as a legal quote unquote adult. Then you start finding yourself, when you choose situations, that you're choosing situations that felt the same way as the abusive situation that you left. When you integrate, when you become whole, meaning you've accepted everything about yourself, the good, the bad, the ugly stuff that happened to you, this good, bad, whatever, you've accepted all of it. You're not fighting it. You're not trying to change it. You're not like, oh, I'm an angry person, I need to get rid of this anger. I'm depressed, I need to get rid of depression. No. You just integrate all that. You just learn. You sit with those things until you get to a point where you learn all the lessons that they have for you, and you start to integrate them. You start to realize, like, even your sadness is a blessing. Depression can be a blessing. Like, anger is a blessing. All these things are good. They're here to serve us in a way, even though it doesn't always feel that way from the perspective that we may once hold. And when you don't have those triggers, when things and people just don't have that type of control over you, and nothing in your life feels dramatic, like you're not making decisions where you're getting these dramatic consequences, and even if you're in the middle of drama, you're not really experiencing it that way. This is that flatline feeling that I'm speaking about. I'll say this for certain people because some of you could be dealing with this. When you're a person who all you've been through is trauma and drama, you could meet a person that's great. You can meet a good person. But if you don't recognize their energy because all you know is toxicity and chaos, you're not going to be able to accept that person. That person's going to be boring to you. That person's going to be lame to you because that person is peaceful and you haven't known peace. You are peace within you, but your life experience hasn't been that. I can go deeper into that, but these are topics. Remember, I said this is a series. So by the end of the series, we're going to fully make it through all of these different discussions that I know many of you are ready for. But it's like, where can you get the information? Because this is, we're at a leading edge. This is where a lot of people don't make it to this. Even when you look at the spiritual community, or quote unquote the spiritual community, people talk about manifestation, focus on the positive, look at this, don't look at that. I took that road. We mastered that path, and that path leads you back to the same beginning of where you started, because anything that you suppress, anything that you don't address, anything that you don't allow to rise in its time is gonna come back to get you, baby. You can run, but you can't hide. You'll see that you're getting all of these things, all of this stuff is happening, but the more you get on the outside, the bigger the hole gets on the inside. What leads to life, you gotta find that within. Scripture says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and its righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. That's the work, and that's the work that most people don't do. If you're feeling feeling flatline, if you feeling like, man, I just don't feel motivated by things, like I'm not out here wanting to unalive myself, because for those who dealt with deep depression, y'all know how you can just have those thoughts continually in your life. Some people have these thoughts for years and people don't even know that that's what they deal with on a regular basis. But for those who know, some people would never understand what it's like to live in another person's experience, mind and body. You are flatline now, baby, and it's not that you depressed. It's not that you feeling anxiety. You just don't feel the drama. And so this is a new space, and this is one of the first key things that you're going to feel after you actually do break through. We're not talking about a temporary breakthrough. Oh, I got a check. Oh, I got a job. And that all those things will be added to you. Plus. You understand? Let me get old school with it. You underdig? It's that. Okay. And I know I said I was going to get into other ones, but let's talk about it. Low urgency, detachment from drama, mild isolation, all of these things. And if you're experiencing those things, just know that you are not about to break through, baby. You've broken through. And now we're navigating into new realms. Now we're carving out our own sovereignty. So I'm going to do a part 2 where I talk about those other parts. I didn't mean for this video to be too long, but for those of you who are in the after, those of you anywhere near the vicinity of this stage, you can find free resources and an event that we have coming up September 1st through the 8th on prettybosstv.com called the ESTHER Awakening. This is all about the sovereignty after the transformation. This is about the integration. As I said, so many of you have broken through and you don't realize it, because the way that they teach us breakthrough in the Disney way is, oh, this happened. Oh, I got this check. I got this job. Many of us have had many things like that have happened into our life, but did it transform your life forever? A breakthrough is forever transformational. It's not these little things that life teaches or the world teaches us. Oh, I broke through in my salary, or I broke anything that we can gain physically can be lost. This is why God says don't store your treasures on these earthly things, because wherever your treasure is, there is your heart also. Anything that we can achieve or get or physically hold in this life, it can be taken away. That's not the breakthrough. The breakthrough is you, and you've broken through. But we're going to start talking about this so that you not only recognize this, but then you get the full-fledged power that you need to move forward since you have broken through. And that's what ESTHER Awakening is all about. 7-day consecration. We've not done anything like this. When I say I cannot wait, and it's only for those who are ready and for those who are called. So all the information is below. Also, we have ESTHER kits, which goes along with the event. So you can get a kit and you get automatic access to the event, or you can just get the event pass and you can have access to the event. And my kits, I told y'all I've been working on some things, so I got some very nice tools. Okay, consecration tools, kits, doing the work. Y'all know I've always been about action. I don't like to just sit here and talking, oh, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this. Y'all know I've always been about the work. Faith without works is dead, baby. So we doing that September 1st through the 8th. Let me know if you're in the after, and let me know if you're one of those people who you feel what I'm talking about. You felt that flat line and you didn't know what you were experiencing. I love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Y'all will, and stay blessed. Peace.